one thing.
Hello. I don't know what she's trying to do, but I was like,
Scared me to death.
that's
Maybe
funny.
should have peed before that.
This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
We are PM Artist Studio.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
All right, let's see who is here. I'm going to pop that out, and then I'm going to do the little thing, and this thing, and so many little things to click.
Cheers, it's just water.
Cheers. She's not drinking vodka. She wouldn't last the whole 2 hours, trust me. It'd be about 30 minutes.
I'd say,
Gotta go.
adios, gotta go take a nap.
All right, who all do we have here? We have Angela, Ann, Heather, Barbara, Brad, Mo, Dana, Jeanette, Leanne, Lisa Mingus, Lois, Maxine, Michelle, Dot, and the Art for Dabbler, Tori. All right. Hello, everyone. If you want me to know who you are and that you're here and all of that, hello, Fiona and Kathy. I think you guys are popping in there. And Niecy, and Darcy. All right, look at that. Lots of people popping in. I'm not going to say your name, and I don't know you're here unless you let me know that you're here.
Yeah, and we want to know.
And we want to know.
Inquiring minds.
Also, if you want to ask me a question and you are on either a tablet or desktop, if you put in the @, and then PM Artist Studio, and it'll kind of come up, and then you hit that, it lights up and lets me know. Otherwise, if you want, Fran's awesome. She always puts in all caps question. Love that. That helps me kind of see pretty quick. I try to read back and do all that, but sometimes, it gets a little crazy around here.
Sometimes it gets a little crazy.
That's all that. Let's see, it is Thursday. We're doing the big giveaway on Sunday. We still need to, should we show them the little bags, or is that going to be total surprise?
Oh, I think we should surprise.
Okay, we got the bags done.
Bags are printed.
The bags are printed. They are not stuffed yet. That's on the agenda.
And they have not had the PM Artist Studio thing because I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. It was taped to my rolly thing.
That needs to be done before we stuff them, lady.
Well, probably. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, never mind.
We might just sign them.
Oh, I think that would be great. What do you guys think about that? You want a little signature on that business? Those of you. Now, remember, if you want to, all of you guys that have left comments over the last 13 weeks or so now, on the Sunday streams, that is what entered you into the giveaway.
Yes.
If you are not able to be there, meaning be there on Sunday, you need to send somebody that says, I am here for so and so. If you do not do that, and we call out your name,
oops,
we're moving on to somebody else. Because we want it to
and that'll be real sad.
It will, because we know lots of you guys. And if you don't have a buddy or need a buddy, pop over to Makers and
put the word out.
Or here in the chat while you guys are during this stream or whatever. Let some people know.
Because we already have one person.
Hello, Eva. Yeah, Christy.
One person that is...
I might be her person just because I feel real bad. Because, Christy has put in the work. She's been there. She's watched. She's, so I feel real bad about that. So, Christy, I might be your person if you need me to be your person. I don't know if that's fair or not.
Because she's already talked to Mariah about it.
She did. But that's just how we, find a buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, and how about that new emoji? It's P with stars all around it. Hey, we worked on that pretty good. You had them over your eyeballs, and I was like, it looked weird. It looked kind of creepy.
Well, sometimes I can be kind of creepy.
Kind of like, those serial killer kind of movies or whatever where they scratch the eyes out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of had that feel about it.
Oh, yeah.
And, we always like some murdery, but, not when it's...
Not quite that graphic.
Yeah.
That's why I like the English
shows. It
disturbs
me.
Because they just show me afterwards. I don't have to watch it actually happen, and I don't like that.
Okay. So, that's right. Jeanette's also another one. She needs a buddy. All right. Well, maybe I'll just be all y'all's buddy, but you have to let me know prior to the stream. And it can't be like, the night before. So, you have today Friday and Saturday.
But in the nighttime, it stops.
Yes. So I will have a list of those of you that have shown up and put in the work.
That absolutely cannot be there.
Yes. You've got family things or whatever. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I think that that's perfectly acceptable.
I think it is too. And we also have people who, do the church thing.
What does the buddy do? The buddy needs to be in the stream and say, "Hey, I am here for so and so." If your name gets picked,
out.
yeah.
I
feel like I'm yelling today. Am I yelling?
Prior to the wheel turning.
I've been yelling at my kid for 2 days. I feel like. We went field day.
Graduation and field day in the same week are really
and
rather taxing.
Anne was the one who told, and then I think she reminded you of that here recently, that kids get a little nutty around like Christmas and big events and stuff. I think that's happening because she's just, and she's not feeling great because she's got the allergies because she's been outside, and then it's just.
She's all snuffed up. She hasn't been sleeping well,
Fran.
and consequently, a lot of other people haven't been sleeping well. And
yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a thing. Fran's here. Hello, Fran. And Panka.
Did you notice something? Can you see my necklace in the thing?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Now you can. Sit up straight.
Sit up straight.
Yeah, hold your shoulders back and everything.
Can you see it?
Can you see? Yeah, you're looking good. How about that turtle?
This turtle is from Fran, and then I went ahead and used some of my African hair beads to put on here also. But they
went really well with the ones that...
I know, the ones that came with the turtle, and I just kind of, alternated Fran's beads with the hair beads.
It looks awesome. And probably helps with the weight.
Oh,
Fran's beads are way more practical than those.
Yeah. One of the reasons I didn't wear them a lot is because when you bent over and it hit you in the chin, sometimes you'd fall down and you couldn't get up right away.
Fall over.
Yeah.
I've fallen and I can't get up. My necklace has me down. Okay. All right. Are we staying side by side, or do you?
Yeah, we're going to stay side by side until I get through with the thoughts, okay?
You let me know.
All right.
When you're done.
All right. Well, one of the things that I've been thinking about, and
Hello, Kelly.
Mariah reminds me on occasions, because I do get a little impatient, and I'm just like, come on, guys, we can do better than that. And she says, everybody is at a different place on the artistic spectrum here. Mm-hmm. I need to keep that in mind. Not everyone has had the benefit of an art education, or even
grown up with a mother that is an artist.
Yeah, there you go. That too.
That too.
And an art teacher, and that's kind of a double whammy there, because she was in my class for 1 year.
No,
well, half a year.
More than that, because fifth grade I went to band.
Yeah.
That's right. So 4th grade.
And it was just half a year, because remember you switched out with music. Half a year of art and half a year of music.
No, I thought it was like, I don't really remember.
No, I do, because I taught it for 24 years. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about, the dynamics of our group, because when I mentioned to Mariah, I said, I'm really tired of these other groups. I'm really tired of the inner politics that's going on, and somebody's allowed to put their whatever it is that takes you over to wherever, but somebody else then they step on their neck and say you can't do that. And well, number one, I thought it was stupid. I didn't even know what they were talking about anyway.
Thank you, Deb.
If you get over there, fine, and if you don't, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But I wanted a group where we're pretty loosey-goosey.
We can you can celebrate. I mean, we've always said that was my biggest gripe about, in all the other groups, it says don't self-promote. And I'm like,
well, why?
Well, yeah.
Who else would you promote?
Exactly. if I can't promote myself, then
I mean, I don't feel that strongly about other people. I don't, just really don't. I'm going to tell you all about me because I know a lot about me.
And usually the ones that, you're promoting, they're doing all right. Like, that's the thing. Like, they've had the it's a bigger company or this or that. And here we are trying to kind of build a community and get ourselves out there. Now, I know a lot of people, their reasoning for being in groups and things like that is different. So it would get really tricky, remember? Because I'm always like, I get it, I really do, and I want to follow the rules, but how else are we gonna, do this whole thing?
How are we going to attract the people that feel passionately about this like we do?
Yeah.
And really, well, we started out with the alcohol ink people, and that's what I told Mariah. I said, if I have to look at another person blowing another flower, I'm going to stab myself in the temple with an ice pick. And
in that situation, it was frustrating because it was kind of like we were trying to do different things.
Different
a
things.
lot of how we interact in makers is like, oh, well, but what if you did this? Or what if you did that? And then people are like, it would be crickets.
They would stonewall you.
It was like, oh, okay, well, that's weird. All right, well,
yeah.
Sounds good.
So I just told her, I said, obviously, and I mean, even one of the administrators in one of those groups was just rude.
Yeah, she was mean.
She was mean. And
other people. And I was like, wow.
She was, and I just thought, I don't really want to be here.
So I was like, all right, well, I guess we need to start our own group.
That's what I told her. I said, we need to do that before I alienate a whole bunch of people, because I'm fixing to tell them all where they can take that job and shove it.
Build a community before we burn it all down.
Okay, so what does an inclusive community look like?
Yeah, let's
Well, I thought it was really funny because we've had some people that do not like certain terms that we use, like the boogers. They just don't like it, and my feeling about I don't really care. But what I thought would be fun is to come up with 3 different things that we could use
instead of,
and have them be exclusively nomenclature that is only used in the vernacular within makers.
Yes.
So here's what I came up with.
Well, in PM Artist Studio, in the lives, and everything that is, I feel like we're kind of at this little center part of this cool, badass group of people. I'm sorry. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, I get so excited when we just see how you guys interact. And like Mo just said, and Pinka, they're talking about how amazing the group is. And that, when we have new people come in and you say hello, you're going to get some love. And if you're ready to come out from lurking, and that is totally fine too. If you want to just hang out in the group and watch everybody's stuff, that is perfectly acceptable. We want that.
Yeah, till you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
just
want
know
you
that once you start, interacting, people are going to give you some love,
and they're going to push you on.
Yes.
Push you forward.
Yes.
Okay, so here's what we came up with. Mariah and I sit here. Well, she loves alliteration. So
I do.
We've got trophies, is what we're going to call our skins. Trophies. Things you scrape off of your palette knife are going to be referred to as trifles. And our little circle things that come off of are going to be trinkets. So we have trinkets, trifles, and trophies.
True that.
Yeah, okay. Lots of thumbs up there. Happy?
Hey, Tina. Popped into Tina's live,
All
yesterday,
right.
Day before? Yeah. Oh, Kelly, how long have we been forming the group? Well, we had the group kind of at the beginning of what we, like we said, when we were interested in alcohol inks, which was at the very beginning, a long time ago. So coming up on 3 years, I think. It's just so crazy when I say that out loud.
That is, wow.
Feel like that, but I think it has been. We didn't get super serious about the group until we started doing live streams. And see, we didn't do live streams until we had been doing stuff for about a year.
Yeah, because I just, I'd never done gel plating before. I watched it being done and thought, man, that's some really cool stuff. I don't know, it just wasn't, the time wasn't right, or I didn't know. And the more I watched it, the more I became interested in it, and I thought of the application, because a lot of times we would want to come up with papers that were unique, because we were also tired of looking at the same
paper crafting stuff.
Old stuff that everybody else has and has used, and we just didn't want that. We wanted our own.
Yeah.
And fortunately, Mariah could digitalize it.
Well, we wanted something more arty because we knew we were heading in that direction. We started out kind of playing around with the alcohol inks. We really liked that stuff, but it was also limiting in a way because, like we said, even in that group, it was like painting, like doing flowers. And
they just wanted you to keep doing the same.
Yeah, it was just the same stuff. And it's like, okay, but and then a lot of times when you guys say, or anybody says, what are you going to do with that? I mean, that was kind of our question, even with the alcohol ink things. Well, what do you do with them?
Well, I don't know. We still have.
We hadn't found the book people yet. we didn't know. And then it kind of led into the junk journaling. And I'm like, well, I like all of that, but that really wasn't my way of creating books. And I'm like, oh, artist books, that's my jam. That I like. That concept made sense to me. It made sense where all of the attables, all of it ended up.
I have that in here.
Yeah, where does it all go and what does it mean? And that is the mixed media, because one day, I know P loves the gel plate, and I think that probably will be always a part of what we do. But I think that each month, at least once, we show you that, okay, well, we
can do some other things too.
Yeah, we're going to take that, make that into the little book. P posted her so I can show it. Here's her cool little box thing. And what's so crazy about this little humdinger here is that it started out as a petal card, like that you do wedding invitations.
Petal card.
It's
See,
called
I
a petal
couldn't.
card.
I called it an envelope.
And I had some of these left over from a wedding that I did for a friend, and I have them in a couple of different colors. They're really awesome, but then she needed it to be a little box to house her collab project for the Bringing on the Blooms. And I mean, there's so many different things in here. It's texture paste, it's Posca markers, it's
I listed, I think, most of them.
They did the labels because both her and Eva have the labels. Eva centered those, and so not only that, just the collaboration. Then I helped spray them because she can't get the tissue the right color. That's my job, and that's sprays.
And on the back though, I did finally gel plate a piece of tissue paper.
And we even glued down a stencil. I say we because I glued that down. That means I did it, and then she did it, and then that's a we.
It is. And
we.
When she shows you her project, you will understand that it is a we.
Because I take the gel prints and
so when we turn that over and stamp it on the back, it's going to be PM Artist Studio.
Yeah. And that's the mixed media. That's the community coming together. That is all of the different things that we've grabbed along the way. It's the necklaces that, Fran makes, or, the pieces to put things together. Marcia Markle makes beautiful necklaces as well.
And
Panka and her beadwork. I mean, amazing. That's the community.
That's
and that we all do a little bit different stuff.
We do. And I looked up mixed media because I think it's important that it's not just a paper craft. It's not just this. It's not just that. It's inclusive. And I think that there were, and I meant to print that off, but I got sidetracked by a 5-year-old.
Was Zima and Catherine coming in? Awesome.
Oh,
hey guys, we got quite the crew today. This is exciting.
But that's what I want to bring to this, is I want to be able, because, well, and I will, post things that I find artistically stimulating. They may be from a fashion point of view. They may be sculpture. They may be something that's happening in a museum somewhere. But those are the things that I find particularly stimulating. If I'm watching a video, and I love Waldemar Jankuzik and Sister Wendy, both. I mean, I highly recommend if you want to learn something about art. And it doesn't hurt. Knowledge doesn't take up a lot of room on your shelf.
It's just all the craft supplies, art supplies.
Well, later, yeah.
The flat surfaces are harder to find.
And a tolerance of a diversity in styles and periods of art.
Yeah.
I think that's very, very important. I have this
Hi,
quote,
Caroline.
and I quoted it to Mariah, and I said, I don't know exactly the terminology, but I remember this quote from somewhere. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Aristotle. And I think that's really important. And that is what is important in our group. I may not love everything that everyone else does. I don't expect you to love everything I do.
I don't love everything that she does. She doesn't love everything that I do.
Yeah, and we still love each other, even though we don't particularly. You know, I really pushed myself this time on this project to come up with a color scheme that was not in my wheelhouse.
You know,
like
brown and rust
and
darkness,
nickel azo golds.
Yeah, nickel. Yeah.
You know, the ones that I pull out all
Her
the time.
golden trio.
My golden trio. And I really tried to do that because
Hey, Connie, great.
I think it's so important to maybe just give yourself a little nudge. You know, come on, now, you know, just try it. You don't have to like it, but it's going to be an exercise that might, you know, open up a new little dendrite in your brain, you know, little pathway. And who knows where it's going to go? You know, we don't know. It's kind of that what if situation. And that brings me to the next thing part here. Now, I'm not going to belabor this because I do want to get on. I've got I want to talk about composition, and I want to do, Mariah and I have extensively talked about the butterflies and the layers.
Oh, yes. I mean, like 2 days worth. Because after the stream the other day, I was like, I don't think it ain't right. So we'll get to that here in just a minute.
We will. All right. The what if question. How important is this question, and how does it impact your creative growth? Well, if you're not asking yourself what if at least once a day, then I don't think that you're messing up. You're not doing it right.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to allow yourself that creative playtime. If you don't, you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you're going to burn yourself out.
Yeah. It does become, I think after a while, you're like, okay, well, yeah, you get kind of bored with it, or, you know, so that's why the experimentation, even though it's slightly uncomfortable.
And if it's messy and you fail miserably, you've watched me fail miserably right here on camera.
Yeah, I usually talk about it a lot.
She does, and she puts them in the, what do you call those things?
The highlights. No, I haven't.
Thumbnails and shorts.
I love it when she uses
And I'm
the
just
terminology, but it's not quite right. It's so great. My brother does this too. It's hilarious.
It must be a genetic thing.
Yes.
Yeah, those shorts that she puts in there, you know, the little...
The highlights, yeah.
Little bitty, just ticklers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to start calling them. Ticklers.
Ticklers.
That's a very PM.
Okay. Now here I want to get back to something else. Okay. Because this is the thing. When you are in the process mode, that's your priority. You don't have the cognitive part of your brain plugged in at all. You have just the, I'm going to go for it. This is just go with it. Whatever. You have to delay analysis, because if you start analyzing at that early stage when everything is just in flux, you'll get stuck there. It's paralyzing. And I think it's so important to realize that part of the process, just go with it. And here I've written it down. Creative growth, learning, does not occur if you forego either the process or the analysis, because one feeds into the other. You cannot suddenly say, well, I'm just going to go and just keep doing this.
Yeah.
Just keep doing this, because then you just are doing the same thing. You will find yourself doing the same thing. If you stop and you analyze what you're doing and you think about it, this is when you start understanding what I did, when, and how it happens. Exactly what Mariah and I sat down and did with this. And what we're going to do here is we're going to test out some theories today and see. Okay, I want to talk about this other word because it's a little bit like some others.
All right,
It's bandied about.
What?
Intuitive.
Oh, yes.
I looked it up. Here's the meaning. Using or based on what one feels to be true, even without conscious reasoning. Instinctive. Easy to use or learn without any special knowledge. Well, what we're doing here, if it looks easy, it probably means somebody's been working at it a darn long time to get it to happen.
If you guys remember the story, and I love this one, and P, I think we've mentioned it a couple times, and P actually told the whole thing about the guy that calligraphy,
yes,
and that it took him a year, and the guy finally, and then he just whipped it out, and that was done. It requires, and this is certainly like how I feel about it, and that's why it's the intuitive thing. I don't think something becomes intuitive until you have really worked at it.
Because then you can click into that side of your brain that doesn't have to think about it anymore because you've done it often enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you're able to recognize something that has happened there that's happened prior to.
Yeah.
So, yes. The other question, and I asked my son this. I said, do I learn more from my successes or my failures? I'll just let you think about that a while.
Yes. And I want to say welcome to Mucky Muck, Angela. I'm so glad that you've joined the Arty Perks. It's good times, good times. I will get you a, I believe I need to get you a code. Promo code. So you can go
You can
shopping.
put me on overhead.
Okay, very good. And then here I want to read you a couple of things.
Okay.
So, Jeanette says she loves the process, not perfection. Exactly. That you don't.
Perfection is also a paralyzer.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they're digging on the ticklers. And then I thought Kelly, you dig that stuff out of the trash. Just as my trash says, I experiment a lot. Keep that stuff. Jump right over it. Spray over it. Don't throw it away.
Tear it up and glue it down to something else.
Yeah, or send it to your friends.
That's what we do.
Sometimes that's what we do. Because we're like, I don't love this, but
I don't love this. Somebody else
this.
might love this. I have one back over here that I'm real mad at.
And sometimes I have to steal things from her because she doesn't love it, but I love it.
Yeah, and it goes missing, and I think I might like it later on, and I'm going, I wonder what happened to that.
Exactly. Yes. And then Gretchen says, my history is ceramics, and you just described a production potter. Not bad for a day job, but you lose your creative edge. You know what, Gretchen? I'm so glad that you said that. I love graphic design. I hate my job as a graphic designer because it is soul-sucking. I don't ever get to do anything that, God forbid you actually, came up with something creative and wonderful and different. That is not what people want when they're paying you to do that type of work. Everything that I do for PM Artist Studio is what I want to do. It's how I want to do it. It's how I would envision it for somebody else. And it gives me such satisfaction. That it's worked.
I just have to interject here because I think if you do the kind of job that does suck your soul out and you just become this person who isn't very much fun to be around, then you need to consider something else. And you know, I love watching Mariah. She just blossomed. Because originally when she was doing her dream with liquid fly design, it was wonderful because she was having lots of new experiences and meeting new people and everything. But after a while, it just becomes repetitive and predictable and not at all creatively stimulating.
And actually, when you very first start, you do a lot of things for free. When you do things for free, you tend to get to do more of what you want to do. Unfortunately, that doesn't pay for, like, life stuff.
Yeah.
But it gives you the experience. So it's a lot of fun in the beginning, and you are still learning, and you're getting to experience people, and all of that. So I don't begrudge that experience at all. The art stuff was not there. It just became less and less and less. And let me tell you, there's nothing artistic about building a website. Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, they don't want anything new and innovative unless it's some and usually those people can do their own.
Yeah,
if they have that vision.
Exactly. So there you go.
There you go.
Don't be sorry for the tears. They're kind of excited tears. I'm overly emotional most of the time. I'm running at about a 7 or a 9.
Depending on
yeah
a lot of things.
They're good. Seriously.
Yeah, they are. They are, and they're representative of what do I want to say? Emotional. And
she started crying. It's really her fault. I'm pretty good until other people start.
Yeah, don't start puking, or we'll really have that'll be good.
Give me
okay, well, I want to share. Okay, are we topside?
No, hold on 1 second. Let me go topside. Okay.
Unless there's anything else anybody said that we need to deal with, just go ahead.
I got a lot of hearts and loves. Thanks, guys. That does make me just... Thank you. Okay. So let's see. Maxine says, becoming a cook for a living when I blooms, I find I am more creative in the kitchen than anywhere else. I cannot retire until I was 70 and would still be working if my mother... Yeah. So see, whenever you find your happy place and your thing, it's some good stuff. It's sad if you can't do it, for sure.
I know. I feel for people that can't, and I have been very, very fortunate because even as an art teacher in a small school district, you are the art program. There isn't anybody else there. You don't have to coordinate with anybody else unless you just want to. And I did make some attempts, but There
wasn't a lot of collabing.
Yeah. It wasn't
like how it was in like Lubbock.
No.
Where you would kind of have the different...
Oh, I did my student teaching. It's such a wonderful... It was a magnet school, and that kind of situation just doesn't exist everywhere. But I was pretty much allowed to do anything I wanted to as long as I covered the essential elements. And so that gives you a lot of creative license. I saw the teachers in the classroom absolutely gasping for air because everything was so prescribed.
Yes. Kathy M says that she has a sign in her craft room. You can be perfect or you can make art. Choose to make art. I like that. There you go.
I like it too. You can't have them both. They're messy. Being creative is messy.
Well, and I know that whole thing about the perfect stuff. I mean, I'm all for it in certain aspects of life. But
well, if you're sending somebody to the moon, you probably ought to be able to.
Try to achieve perfect.
As close as possible because they don't like you to miss.
Yeah. But we ain't sending people to the moon.
We'd like to send some people to the moon. We have a list.
A baby right now. It's just driving me crazy.
Some of them were related to. Okay. Are we topside?
You are topside. They want to know, that Fran says whoosh swatches.
I know, and Fran, I have. You have your own set. Look.
Oh, look at you! I didn't even notice that you double swatched.
Double swatched. They're exactly. You have exactly this. Now, Fran, I need to know. Do you have green swatched?
You've also been getting love on your head wrap.
Oh, thank you. I didn't have a hat that matched my shirt and my turtle. So I had to improvise. Oh, and did you notice my little, this is my little reptile.
Yeah.
I didn't have a turtle. And the other side matching, kind of, sort of. I can't really remember. Did I get them both on?
And your ear cuffs. Look at
Oh,
you.
my ear cuffs. Yeah. Did I get the gold one on? I can't remember. Do I have two?
You do.
Okay, good.
All right.
I used to get to school and I'd have 2 different colored earrings on because I would try them out and forget, you know. And
She was the art teacher. It's fine.
yeah, they didn't care. I wore shoes that didn't match too.
Grain. Did P say grain swatches?
Green.
Green.
Green. Green. Green swatches. I
Lizzie,
really
no. They're. This is all acrylic.
Yeah, these are all acrylic.
Yeah.
Yeah. All acrylic. And this is the permanent maroon, Fran, and I'm going to use some. I haven't busted it out on the gel plate yet. It still has its maiden voyage because I really want to use that with some of the either the anthraquinone blue, anthraquinone. If I say that enough times, I'm going to get the anthraquinone blue or the Prussian. Because remember, when you do colored pencils, if you want to make a wonderful shadow color without using black, because colored pencil people nay on the black.
If you're legit.
Yeah, you're not. It's like watercolors do not use white.
Are there colored pencil groups? We never even tried a colored pencil group.
I haven't really, but I mean, that was one of the things that I did in drawing class. But if you mix indigo blue with Tuscan red, you get a lovely sort of blackish color. Really, really dark purple. So I am thinking that this is going to be wonderful for that. And I love the house that Violet,
She posted, oh, I know.
Victorian house in the pinks and the greens.
And
Oh
then
my
Mo,
gosh.
I knew, as soon as I said what I said, I knew Mo was going to say what she said, and then I sent her an Addams Family.
Oh. What did she say?
So I wrote, well, Catherine actually wrote that she would love to live in the house, but she would worry about like the electricity bill. And I said, and what was hilarious because Brad had walked in and saw me looking at the post, and he was like, "Oh, that's a really cool house." I'm like, "I know, wouldn't that be so wonderful?" Although I actually would like it to be a new build because I'm quite sure that the electrical and the plumbing
yeah,
are quite interesting in a house like that. So I want a new build, and then so I wrote that into the comments. And then Mo, shortly thereafter, said that something along the lines of that it had to be the old house and with the character and this and that. Oh, and that because Brad could walk up to the house with a slight limp, you know, like a lurch kind of situation or something like that. So yeah. See, these are the things that happen in our Facebook group. And if you're new to the channel here, or just, you know, perusing, popping in, saying, you know, what's going on here, we do have a Facebook group. A lot of these lovely, lovely people that you see here in the chat are part of the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group.
For the most part, they are.
For the most part, that's where we hang out during the week.
Yeah.
If we're not here on YouTube.
But the other thing I think, okay, getting back to this. I'm not stepping on your statement there.
No, you were not. You're fine.
Okay. One of the things that I think is really important when you're, you know, going back to and you maybe want to hit another color, these swatches, you can hold it down there. You can say, okay, well, now let me see. I'm pretty sure that it had to be close to that. And then you know what to do. Right? Right. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Right, everybody?
Remember this one?
This one?
It's looking less angry.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put those over here. Mariah, I'm handing you these. These are for Fran.
Okay. Fran, you got some posts.
And look what Fran, I have to just share with you very quickly.
Hey, Isabella.
Other than my lovely turtle and these wonderful, the chunky little square beads, those are the ones that were on the original turtle. The other rounded, I'm trying to find, these are the African hair beads from the flea market in Santa Fe. Okay. Look at this. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The air is on.
The air is on. Isn't this wonderful? I don't know where I'm going to use it, but I will use it. And look at this luscious.
Oh, look at how well the turtles look with your angry Print.
With my angry print?
With your collage there. They kind of repeat the little...
Oh.
Yeah.
I might have to do some of that. All right. Well, now see, that's something to think
Yeah.
about. Now, Fran, I know, you know that I know I would never just leave something alone. So I cut off out around the edge of your... And I have the little things back behind me, the little shriveled up things. They're back behind me. And I wanted to, and I know this isn't the same. If I spray those little things with gold, are they still going to go even more?
Are they done curling?
Are they done curling? Yes, thank you.
Do you know?
Or do you know? Do you care?
Should we spray it? She's like, I said them to you. I'm done. I'm out. She hasn't said anything yet.
I haven't. And I'm loving this thing right here, and you didn't tell me what you did to this, and I didn't see it.
Yeah, what is that? Is it
And
watercolor?
See, it's
Is that watercolor?
got some shiny stuff on it, and I'm looking at the back, and it looks like some kind of a watercolor medium,
Well, what
but
does
it's
she
got sparkles in it.
But what does it say? Was it just a little note?
It was my note.
Okay.
Private.
She didn't give it. Oh, well, I didn't know if she put information there.
No, there's no information, but what I really love is the way this kind of blotched together there.
Hello,
Don't know how
Helen.
you accomplished that,
And
but
hello,
I'd like
Elizabeth.
to know. And these things, I kind of understand these things, and I've got a plan for these.
We've inspected these things very thoroughly.
We have. We even broke them open on the edge to look at them to see exactly. I have a plan for those. And look at how well this goes with everything. This is look at that. Brayer off. Can you just, are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Yeah.
You got a book there. See, and this is normally what she'd be, this is what she would do. She's going to put this all in a folder. And then she feels good about that. That is complete. They have been combined. And that would really, she would be okay with that.
Yeah, and I will dig them out at some point in the future and say, oh look,
I was going to do something with
look
that.
what I found. Oh no, now I have to get that thing back.
Yeah, Fran also said that she really liked how you cut that out.
Oh, around the edge.
Oh, so she says yes, eventually they'll just disintegrate into wool circles.
Oh, but I do have plans for them. Now this is my layout here. Now my next thing is I've got to figure, because I really love the color of that.
Yeah.
Love the color of that. And I really like the color of this thing too. So I've got to figure out how to do that to get it on here. And I want you to look at this. I'm very proud of this. Mariah, she just laughs at me because she hands me things and then I cut them up.
Isabella says it's called hoarding.
Oh. Yeah.
I think it's more like an organized
Now,
hoard.
I don't know exactly. This is what do you call this thing that, you know, before I cut it around the edge, what did you?
Oh. Okay, yeah, hold on. So Panka, sorry, and I didn't see that. Panka has said how the turtle represents wisdom, endurance, and long life. She thinks that the turtle was perfectly chosen for what it represents for Pete. Aw, that's so sweet. Thanks, guys. Crafting and hoarding are bed buddies. They kind of are.
It's not hoarding. If
If it's been labeled.
Yeah. And it's not hoarding if it's not blocking doorways and hallways. Yeah.
Let me tell you, there's a cart that's darn near a hoarding situation.
It's getting a little bit scary, but okay, now could you tell them about this?
Yes. So, you know how we send like the freebie tidbit things sometimes along with your orders? And we try to use up, like, when we lay out the stencils and cut things, I like to, yes, loose archiving. I like that, Caroline. That is wonderful.
I do too.
Yes.
I will use that in the future.
Indeed. But, so this is one of the ones that we have on some of our smaller ones. Like when we cut the 5x7s, there's still some space on the sheet. So we make the little extra tidbit pieces, the little freebies. So this is kind of one of the crazy freebies. And she's like, can I have it? And I said, sure, why not? You know, I was cutting some other things anyway. So then, of course, P spends another, 20, what did you say, 15, 20 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like the square edge around it.
Mm-hmm. So yours will never come like this. You have to cut your own.
And that's what I told her. I said, they probably don't want to cut it the same way that I do anyway. I think it's perfectly fine to let them have the raw materials there from which to draw their creative. And the outside part here, I know there's this dorky,
it's like
this stupid tape. But it won't look like that very long.
I think you've been stealing some from the baby.
I have. Well, no, she let me have this.
How did she now?
She did. She
Sharing.
did, for a fact.
Very nice. We use Yupo to cut our stencils.
Yeah, and it's. But you know what, friend? I don't know what this stuff is that you use. This
Tyvek.
Morrow, if we can't get Yupo, then we can. If we can get this stuff, I think it's every bit as good.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Here, you should feel
it. Yeah, you
it.
never really let me.
She didn't get to touch it.
It is a little lighter.
But the reason I say that is because when I cut it around the edge, it feels very much like the Yupo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I shall look into that as a backup.
Because, you never know with the way things are going and whatnot.
Hello, Cindy.
Alrighty, now, okay, composition. I have my notes here somewhere, but I don't.
A plastic. Diane says a plastic sleeve is just fancy hoarding. Put a bow on it.
Classy hoarding.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so we talked about, and I've got some more back here, and I'm going to get to those in just a minute. Okay, so what makes it feel right? Okay. We're not talking about that intuition stuff anymore. We're going to talk about some concrete things, some things that you can, get your teeth into that you can use. You can say, okay, I have this, I have this, I have this. I don't have this, I need this. Okay, so what is the first thing you need to think about? Unity. Have I repeated enough things on my work to make it feel like it all goes together? If your answer is no, then you need to figure out what do I need to repeat in order to make that happen. Objects, shapes, have a relationship to each other. They need to have proximity. And if you have some overlapping, wonderful. Overlapping is a fabulous thing. And I'm going to take this little thing here.
Don't eat the paint.
Don't eat the paint. Who said that?
Diane.
Yes, don't eat the paint. Can you see what's happening here as I start to move these things a little bit closer together?
You're collaging.
I'm collaging. How about
on a live stream? She's collaging.
On,
now it's not going to stay that way, or is it? Are you going to glue them down?
Oh hell no! That was just a
she just wanted to show you
demonstration.
Yeah.
I can't glue these down. These are my.
You could.
Well, I could, but these are my.
Fran needs to send me that file for that little fluffy thing. What is that? Is that like the thistle, or is that a urchin kind of thing?
I think she calls it an urchin.
What is it, Brian? Let's know.
Yeah, because that is
Jasper.
That is a good one, and I am using that in my circle book, which we may not get to that today because I've got all this other stuff to do. Okay, proximity. Establish a relationship between your parts. They can actually be touching, but they should be close enough that people feel like somehow they're
communicating.
Yeah, they're having a relationship with
Some
one another.
dialogue is happening between the objects.
Overlapping does two things. It makes them feel like they're together, but it also provides a sense of depth. Okay, done.
Check.
Okie dokie. I love when that happens.
Oh
my
yes,
goodness.
see, it was the thistle. See, I paid
The
attention.
thistle. Okay.
It does, but it looks more like a sea creature to me. So yes, an urchin. Yes, it started out as a thistle.
Thistle urchin. Love this thing.
Oh, see, she
Love
didn't show
this
me everything.
thing. I know. Well, there's a reason. It's because you take things away from me.
It's not true. It's sort of
She takes
true.
things away from me.
Some things need to be taken away from her.
Well, I would agree with that because then when I ask her later, she'll be able to find it, and I won't be able to find it.
These are
Okay,
truths.
we talked about, and I watched Fran do some light colored. What do we call it? Crinkling.
Oh, Jasper, she's got her stencils and she's very excited about them. She spent 2 hours going through random stuff. I guess she did this.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then I go back through it again because I can't remember where I put things and
She,
whatnot.
she stacks and restacks, and
I do.
she's a stacker.
I'm a stacker from way back. Okay, I don't know what to
From
do
way
with that
back.
because I don't really.
Oh, Jasper wants to see some crinkle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I want to do with this, and I'm going to hand it to Mariah because I know I will lose it in the stacks over here. I want to try an experiment of putting the butterflies on top of this. But now remember, when you are printing over already printed matter, you have some things to consider. How tactile, how textural is your paint surface? If it's nice and smooth, you're going to get a nice, smooth, crisp stencil. If it's not, it's going to be a little bit wavy. So that is something to consider. And especially when you're dealing with either your copy paper or the print paper. All right, I'm handing this to you, Mariah.
Okay.
Because I will ask for it later, or you can remind me.
Okay.
One of the reasons I'm absolutely in love
Hey, Sharon.
with the deli paper.
It went out today. Who the
What did?
her stencil order?
Oh.
That's where Brad went, and that's why they went to the post office.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Got some orders out.
All righty. All right. Well, I want to do a crinkle thing, but I want to print it from the back.
Crackle the back.
No, I'm not going to crackle the back. I'm going to print it after I've crackled something. After I've got crackle on the plate. I'm going to pull it with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna crackle back.
Yeah. And I may try to do something with this. I don't know about these.
Hey, and I already have a picture of that one that I've been posting. Like, I posted in Makers, and then I
I've
posted
got
it
it
over
here.
in gel printers. No, the one on the plate. I have that picture.
Oh.
I can use that to create an LP.
Oh.
So I don't have to photograph the other one unless you really want me to. But I really like the one that I posted.
Yeah,
the
I do
picture.
too. I do too. I think I've got some others here that
Yeah.
are good also, but anyway, that one is a good one. Wanted to talk about this because I can tell you right now that the crackle was put down,
Uh-huh.
then this was put down over it.
Mm-hmm.
How do I know that? Because you can see around the edge here. Can you see this?
The edges will tell you the story.
The edges
typically.
tell a story. And here's the one that we keep talking about. And Eva says, you know, this is probably the best print you've ever pulled, and I would tend to agree with her.
Yeah.
Somewhat. I do have another one that rates right up there, but I think this is high on the list. This is what we are trying to capture, and I don't know if we will get it today. I'm hoping that we're going to get something that is similar.
Okay, so
That's
this is what
gonna
we've
be
been
the-
discussing for 2 days.
Yeah, that's going to be the best that we can possibly hope for.
Because I told her that I'm pretty sure that some of her plates over there, she can still do that process, but some of them she already went ahead and put down the layer, and she shouldn't have yet. But that's fine, because there's a couple over there, so I think it's still workable.
And I'm wanting to print that on here because I think that might be interesting.
Okay. Don't lose your pile of what we're going to print on today.
Okay, I've got it right here. Right there. Right there.
See, good.
Okay,
Brad wasn't here for all the, blubbering business. That was
Oh, good, because it makes him very uncomfortable.
He's always like, God, what's wrong with you?
Nobody.
He knows that I'm very emotional, but he's like, huh. thing.
I don't want to lose my paint swatches.
Don't, yeah.
Okay, so here we have the plate that Mariah's talking about.
Yes.
She's already photographed it, so, you know.
Well, actually, I pulled it from the stream.
You did?
I didn't photograph it, but I got what I can use, and I think it'll be fine.
Okay, good. All right, now, I really would like for this to be a
bigger plate.
9 by 12, but it's not. So it doesn't matter. What you look at this like is you look at this as like a piece of tile or wallpaper that's going to be repeated, because when you flip it over and it repeats over here, these moths are going to be visiting each other.
Mm-hmm.
These guys will be visiting each other.
We call that a step and repeat.
Step and repeat. There you go. That's what I envisioned this as. Now I'm a little concerned about this here. And I don't know what to do about, you know, the brayer going off there. We'll just have to see what happens. But let's do it.
Do it.
Let's do it. Okay. I'm reaching for some gold.
You gonna mix them a little?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to reach for some gold and some, where's that kind of bronzy? I really love that color.
Oh, Isabella was saying it's it would be wonderful as a fabric print.
Yes,
yeah,
very much so. And
it'd
you know,
be
it's
gorgeous.
funny because we were talking about, you know, fabric and Mariah and I've actually looked into it. It's very expensive.
It's a little pricey.
Yeah. And I don't know.
We're not there
I'm
yet.
looking for plum. Oh, I don't know. Maybe blue will be good. Yeah.
I like the idea of the blue.
Okay, because these two together are going to make kind of a green, which is going to be really kind of nice with this kind of mucky muck brown. I think that we're going to.
Now here's the deal. If you want this full sheet of moths like this, the outer bits, normally this is stuff that she digs out of the trash. We've been keeping them. But if you order moths, you have to order 2 sets to get the full sheet. We will cut it in half. Just know that it's going to be a very thin line in between there.
All right, this is what you see how I just moved that, because I wanted to get these little guys on down here because I know that they're going to be good. Okay, so I just squeeze a little bit of this in.
Yes, I think that was a good choice, by the way. I applaud that. Thanks, Sharon.
Hither and yon.
It's like your masks are the stencils and the stencils are the masks. Yeah, you know, that's why it gets real tricky, because it's just, you can use either or as, you know, both. Does that make sense?
Well, it just depends on how you use them.
Yeah. That's why it does get tricky when we're saying on the packaging. I'm like, well, you know, technically you could stencil through. You could stencil through the
Because that's
butterflies.
basically what I'm doing here is stenciling.
Yeah. But the outer parts of that are masking and saving the crackle bits.
Yeah. And you can just keep, I'm not going to belabor this because, and look at that, isn't that a lovely sort of old gold feel to it?
Oh, Deb C says Spoonflower. See, now I don't think that that's who we looked at, so that's good to
Who?
know. Deb C, Spoonflower, Prince Fabrics. There were a couple that I looked at. All of them kind of had the same.
Now this is really not going to show up until we put the next layer
And I
on.
think that's why it's so tricky. Why we, even after she had done it, we're trying to like go, all right, which layer came first? And you know, she doesn't film this stuff or take pictures as she's doing it, so it gets tricky to.
I don't have a mount for my camera.
I need to teach her how to turn this thing on. And
Well, you heard about me doing my crochet thing. I've talked about that.
yes, well, that really all you don't have to mess with the camera is there, and as long as you are in your normal spot, all you would have to do is click a couple of buttons over here. I lost her.
Yeah,
a couple. What? Opening something? Remembering
blah,
what?
blah, 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 blah.
Oh goodness. Oh yes. So this was the one. These are the crackles that were created the other day. Look, she left them alone.
I
Can you
did.
believe it? I'm so proud of her.
You don't know how.
Yes.
And
Thank
plus,
goodness we had a lot of things going on.
we did have a lot of things going on. Plus, I'm sitting over here and I'm going, do I only have 3 8x10s? I thought for sure. So I went through all of my stands, all of my gel plates, and sure enough, I only have 3.
Aww.
Where are my trinkets? This is a rather small one, but you know,
It's a trinket.
it's a trinket. I'll put it in there. It may be just exactly what I needed.
Yeah. Whenever we figure out what to do with all those little, trinkets.
It's a trinket. Okay, now did I tell you about shaking this up with the lid open?
No.
I
wait,
was in my hair and
Yes.
Izzy says, Gigi, you have paint in your hair. I said, I do not. She says, yes. Oh, did you see that?
You don't have your apron on.
I couldn't get it on because I already had my hair thing on. And I didn't feel
funny.
like, and this is just an old
Okay. Well, you look
cheap
so nice.
t-shirt. Yeah, I know. It
you
looks
you rock a cheap t-shirt like a,
rockstar.
Gucci.
Gucci, that's right. Hoochie Gucci.
La la la.
La 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 la. Oh my gosh, is that not the perfect color that I picked there? Come on, now give me some love.
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ah.
Yeah, no, I hope we're going to love it as much on the other side. We're probably
I
not.
think so.
We're not, but we might.
You never.
You never.
Remember, here's the deal. This is color shift.
This is color
Color
shift.
shift doesn't really do its thing until it's on something dark. That's why you're seeing great things on this side. So depending on what you put on the other, you may be getting it. But this is also the thing. We're kind of doing this in reverse. Like you said, it didn't quite hit the...
Yeah.
She shouldn't have
Sorry.
put these... She shouldn't have put the layers down, like the, what is it, the quinacridone red and stuff, or the...
Yeah, I shouldn't have put the layer that's on there right now. I should have left it so that the crackle was just what was on there.
Then the butterflies,
Yeah.
moths, whatever.
Yeah.
Then the pole layer of the...
Yeah.
So hopefully
Okay.
you guys are seeing that. But yeah, it looks stunning on the
It
plate.
does. All right, now we're going to do something here that I talk to you about all the time. When do I use opaque? When do I use transparent? Well, the other two are transparent. Now I'm going to go totally opaque. And you have to think, what is it going to... Oop.
Is it leaking on you?
Well, no, my stencil's still wet.
Ah, it's slipping.
And it's slipping slightly. Slight slippage. But I will,
These are actually the hawk moths. The death head moths.
moth. Yeah. Okay. I think this is going to be okay. I could turn it over, but I'm going to get, then I would get some of this other stuff, but you know, that might be kind of cool.
I think you need to go with something kind of dark because it's already pretty dark.
I think I should go with this light turquoise
Okay.
because,
You do what you need to do, lady.
and here I am, see, I'm getting stuff down there, but I don't think it's going to make that much
No.
difference because it's so light. But I think that that layer that I have on there is also going to help this adhere.
Well, Fran, what we're saying is that at this point it would not matter because she should have put down the moths in between what she has already there, or it should be crackle, stencil,
Crackle, stencil moths,
then that next
whatever
layer.
other layer, transparent, yada yada, whatever.
So we don't know how much of this is actually going to show through because remember, what's down on the plate underneath there is what you're going to
Yeah,
get.
as that's the first layer is
Yeah.
what goes down first. This is only what you're going to see through it, and hey,
Yes.
nothing ventured, nothing gained,
That's right.
and you just learn.
She's showcasing that crackle.
Remember, you learn more from your failures than you do your
That's right.
successes.
Because it was 2 days of discussing. She was starting to get a little grumpy with me, I think, because I was just like, I was going at it. She's like, are we still talking about this? I'm like, yes, because I don't think you have, like, it clicked. And then finally, I saw the little light bulb go, oh, yes, perhaps you might be right. She still didn't give it to me fully, but perhaps.
Perhaps. All right, now, before that dries.
She's like, but I can save it. So that's what we're doing right now.
We're doing right now, and I have a dry wet wipe, which really just isn't.
No, that's an Alanis Morissette song right there.
What? Dry
Isn't
wet
it
wipe?
ironic? When you grab your wet wipe, it's not wet.
I'm just cleaning up those edges. I don't really have to do this, but you know, I've already messed it up enough that let's try to
minimize
the damage.
That's right. Moses, I love the good, the bad, the ugly. It makes me learn so well.
Thank you. Bless your heart. Did you just learn something from that?
Did you just learn, yeah?
Now, I could flop that stencil down someplace. Oh, here, I'll just flop it down this other thing that's not really all that impressive.
Don't forget it over there.
I'm going to do it real quick because if I don't...
Francis, well, you don't want it too wet or it'll wipe off the dry layers.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, see, there you go. That's some business.
Now, when we get another layer on this to pull it, then there's going to even be more contrast depending on what we
hopefully it's going to soak in there. Soak, soak, soak.
That's right. Oh. All right. Let's see what we've got here. All right, let's work on this jobber. Now, I got some ideas for this too, and this has this back to our when we're working on our composition.
Well, hey, before you do that, is there something you wanted to do with this one yet?
I need a plate.
Okay.
And it might be this one.
Okay, perfect.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
All right, now that turquoise that I just used, thank you, Anne. Love this turquoise.
She does.
It's like my very favorite. Where's my little bitty? Oh my God, it's MIA. Where is my little sprayer?
Oh, I see it. Hold on.
Where is it?
It's on your cart here. You just need to turn.
Oh, thank you, Mariah.
Uh-huh.
All right, now these little things are, you know, pretty useless, except when you need them. So what
much of life is. It's useless until you need it.
All right, now what I want to consider here. Let me get a clean piece of paper underneath this because we're looking at some mucky muck here that I don't want to look at. Okay.
661 is the turquoise.
661?
Is that right?
That's right. It sure is. All right, now here's a problem with the yellow that I used out here. I don't really know why I used that yellow. I don't even know what yellow it is.
Well, Kelly, it is Thursday Thoughts. We try to be our most profound
on
Thursdays.
Yes, if you want instructions, you know, from the universe for the rest of your life, you should tune in on Thursdays. Yeah, that's when it happens.
That's when it happens.
The rest of the time we just do artsy fartsy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really know what yellow I use, but I don't like that yellow.
Yeah, how are you coming along there, Sharon?
What?
Oh, and then let's see. Isabella says, "OMG, that looks like a batik print."
Which
I tell you that seems to be pieced out. I think that one.
Oh. All right. Well, what I want to do is I want to do some yellow, and then I want some turquoise in here in spots, but I want yellow also. And I already sort of have a green here, so I'm not concerned if I overlap my turquoise and my green. Or my
Hello,
turquoise
Glenda.
and my yellow. I just want some stronger yellow spots to show through. That's what
That's the thought.
my thought is. Is that going to happen? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I had a moment there. I was like, oh my gosh, I've already glued the paper
I
now.
did too. I was like, wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
Now
I was like, I don't remember doing that. I really am getting, you know, I'm ready for the old folks home.
It's just up the street.
Don't sound so happy about that, right?
Well, I just think,
This is a little. Did you hear that little? It's just up the
No.
street.
well, actually, it's the retirement community. It's the, you know, like the active.
Oh, that looks horrible. Ugh.
You don't want to.
No. I'm not going there.
No. I'd like for you to stay here.
Well, it's close enough that if I really want to, I'll just come back and visit you because I know where you live.
Yeah. Be like, oh, Patricia's out again.
She escaped.
She escaped. Oh.
Okay, now see, that's working out nicely, I think. Yeah, see?
I like that. Just here's the thing. Keep that turquoise away from the yellow. Otherwise, you're gonna have froggy green. It's my only request. Then you're just gonna have a couple little weird green areas if you aren't, you know.
Oh, I already have a couple of them
All right.
because that other yellow was transparent. And you know, I think one of the things... What are you laughing about?
I'm not sending her away. Moses, you got Big Bird there on the plate.
Where?
Well, with all the yellow running across the top and bottom.
Well, let's turn this over and see
Yeah.
if we've hit. Oh, see here.
This is really good for the audience. Are you guys enjoying this? Hey, please do give a thumbsy upsies at this point in
hurry
time.
up,
If you
because-
just popped in, I promise it gets better. I feel like that's a good. I mean, I can say that at this point.
Oh, yeah, everybody's a comedian. I really like the back of this.
That seems to.
You know, this is just the story of my life.
Maybe that's what I should call this stream. We really like the back of
I
that.
really like the back of this.
You're never going to see it again.
If I can just pull some of that off of there. Oh, and we've even got little mushy marks.
Yeah, would you flip it over a little bit and let everybody kind of see?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just party of one over there. There we go.
See?
Yeah, I like that. You
It's
did.
very jazzy.
It is jazzy.
It's jazzy.
It's got a little African feel. I think
Yeah,
somebody said
there's some
that.
A beat to it.
Kind of jazzy, kind of African
now
jazz.
we can just get it
stuff.
off the plate.
Yeah.
That's the next big hurdle. What do we got here? Oh my gosh, we've been working on this booger for days. Let's get this.
Susie says start pulling on the transparency film. Here would be my worry about transparency film. It is probably very similar to photo paper. Photo paper and gel prints do not get along. There's a coating there that actually would.
I pulled a chunk out of one
Yeah.
of my 8x10s
So
with the
I
photo
don't know
paper.
that I would do that. That would make
Some
me
people get along with it fine.
very nervous.
I wouldn't. I'm not ever going to use it again
Yeah.
because I just had a very bad experience with it, and you know I hear people talking about it. I don't recommend it. It ain't what I'm going to
Susan
do.
says the next challenge hashtag I really like the back of this.
All right, here we go. Copper.
I think, I'm going to screenshot that and make it into a digital. Those would be worthy because really you don't know.
Yeah.
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 Oh goodness. Oh, some funny stuff there. No, but the coating that's on a transparency film is, I believe, similar. Just plastic. Well, then I don't think you're going to pull it. It's just going to leave it.
Yeah.
Now, if you roughed it up a little bit, you might be able to.
My next question is, why would you want to use that?
Well, to save your print that's good, so you could see it. That's what we're getting at here.
Oh.
Yeah. See, she didn't follow.
Oh, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't on board with that.
Yeah. But then you get, like, the frosted. If it's frosted, it might adhere a little better. But then it's going to be frosted.
I swear, I cannot see.
I know.
Did you see that?
I did. Just lean in there. It's fine. Everybody is okay with that at this point.
All right. Well, that's not going to work anyway.
No, it isn't. Did you just crackle that, or was it crackled
It
before?
was crackled before, but
Okay.
I, lollygagged around here finding a piece of paper,
And it dried.
and it dried. How about that?
I don't think our humidity is what it usually
Well,
is. I
and
don't
we've
have
got
my
a-
phone today, so.
Air conditioning fan that is like blowing my tresses.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have any tresses.
Same as tape pulls. Maybe a clear contact film. I don't know. I still would be very leery of anything that's like, got a film.
Oh,
mean,
I got this funny
Anything like
story
that.
here.
I don't know.
Okay, Eva sent me the labels. I was so excited about them and thought I got myself a really nice thing going on my plate, to pull off so that I could have an initial layer on my little background of
And
my...
she warned you.
Did she?
Yeah, she told you.
Well,
told me that.
anyway. Okay.
You forgot.
Yeah. So here my labels are stuck to my gel plate and I'm going, oh, crap, now what do I do? So I put down my tissue paper and pulled the stuff down to the sticky side.
Okay, hey, we're getting somewhere with this. So Anne
There.
used a clear contact paper with basically like tape.
Oh,
contact.
yeah.
Now that would work, I think.
Yeah, because I pull stuff off there all the time with that clear tape.
Exactly. Clear tape. It does work. Yeah, lots of people use tape. Yeah. Heck, you could just line up the tape. Little sections. She'd suck at that. That would be something that I
Oh,
should
yeah.
probably help with.
Oh, no. No, I don't see myself doing that. Hey, y'all, look at that.
Ooh. Oh, bye, Nancy. Thank you for hanging.
Got some sparkle, and we will have some wonderful stuff going on there. Let's see. No, that's not.
Oh,
right.
okay. Tori's done it.
Tori's done it?
Yeah.
Done the contact paper?
Yeah. I like this idea. I think everyone should have it on hand, because if you do have that most brilliant print, it could have been the one the other day. Although I still love that, though.
I know. I do too. I just, I don't know. I think that there will be a time in the future when I am up for that, but right now I'm not. I don't care about that. Okay, what are we going to pull this with?
Is it dry?
Yeah.
Well, we're drying quick today. I don't.
Well, this is Liquitex. Or Amsterdam. It dries fast. It doesn't have any stuff in it. What about this?
Oh, I like that idea. Is this new?
Yes, this is Lucas. Permanent. No, it's Carmine. Carmine is...
Kind of, it looks kind of a little purplish almost.
Well, here, let me get it.
I have swatches too. I can look at mine.
Okay, here it is down here. This.
Oh, you didn't put it on Fran's, or did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
It's at the bottom.
Oh.
That's the Lucas Curl Studio Fine Artist.
Oh, I was looking at the label.
4661. You were doing what?
I was looking at the gray part of the label. That's what I thought the paint was. I'm not used to this packaging. So I thought it was that, and I'm like, yes, I loved that. I don't like the red, but whatever. You do you.
Well, we know it's not going to affect the turquoise at all, because that's already opaque. I mean, that's not going to be affected. It's whatever you put on top of that just doesn't matter.
I'll try to get her to do a short. That would be great, Deb.
What, a short?
So lots of people have done the contact paper, which sounds great. And then Deb wants to know, will Her Royal Majesty be offering a how to wrap a scarf in an artful manner class soon? It doesn't. Well, how long did it take you to wrap your?
Do what?
How long did it take you to wrap your scarf? Your head wrap.
Oh, no time at all.
Pens. You need pens. She didn't just wrap it. Like she's got a pen up there. Is
Yeah.
the pen holding the wrap?
No, it's decorative.
Oh,
I
it's
just
only
stuff
decorative?
it in. But it really depends on the fabric of your scarf. This is very grabby,
Kind of muslin.
muslin-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not slick.
Bye, Fiona.
The silk scarves do not lend themselves so well to this process. But I would be happy to do that.
I'll try to do a short. That'll be funny. That'll be a good one. Watch, that'll be the one. Gets this.
Come on, you stupid paint.
Mo, did you ever figure out what was going on with your paint? I mean, I know there were lots of suggestions and not a lot of, like, I mean, I don't know that there was actual, like, anything that came of all that. What I'm trying to say.
I wished I had bigger paper in more higher quality.
There's always a wish list.
It's always a wish list. And I can tell you already that that paint dried around the edge there.
You're not going to get the edges.
See that?
Mm-hmm.
See, it's already dry.
Oh, goodness. Man, it is drying quick today. Oh, booger. Boo. Oh, runners.
Piece of crap.
Sugar bits.
Well, that's a nice layer.
Yeah, well, at this point, yeah, you got to put on whatever you want and
Yeah.
layer it up.
It doesn't really matter. I just would like to get something that was at least a little bit. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
That was going to be some good stuff.
That's all right.
Hey, you know, just paper.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going
That's
to
where
use
the
something
birds
that
came
has
in and
some,
attacked.
some retarder in it. I'm going to have to mix up some pots with that stuff because I mean, I
Out
can't.
of the tube, man, that stuff is like
Yeah.
dust. Oh, hello, Kitty. Kitty has come to visit.
All right, now the reason I picked that is I'm hoping that that's going to at least reinforce, you know, it's not going to be a glaring, whatever. I don't know that.
Bye, Heather.
Bye, Heather.
Deb says 6 out of 7 days are a bad hair day for her. I don't here lately. I'm in a very transitional hairstyle, so that's why it's up in a ponytail. See over there? He makes me nervous when he heads over towards you because I just really envision him. No, see now he came back over this way. I know what you're up to, kitty.
Yeah, we got your number.
Wow. Why are you jumping up there again? Yeah, she needs to leave it. Are you going to leave it for a while?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But see, that had retarder in it, that blue layer that she just put down.
Yeah.
What does it look like from the backside there?
Well, other than two turquoise streaks. You know, if
Oh, you can, you know, put some stuff there. I'm telling you, that's where the birds attacked.
I guess so. Yeah. All right. Kitty, no. No. All right. Now let's talk about this one.
Ooh, that's looking good.
Isn't that looking good?
See, that was the right order.
This, yes. All right, we're going to use some of my new permanent maroon.
She's so excited to have these red colors
This,
and such.
right, I don't know though.
Because you're going to obliterate.
I'm going to obliterate my crackle. It'll
So
punch up the gold.
Go with one of your reds there. Go a little murdery, that's fine.
Get back in there. Have a hole for you. All right, let's go. Here's, what?
I got a hole for you. That's
I have a hole for you. I'm going to try a little Winsor Newton.
Oh, goodness.
Permanent Rose. Because I think, and you know what I like? Look at this lid. Isn't that a marvelous lid?
Windsor's got the lids down.
They need to talk to
Well, I don't think the paint company's
Golden. Did he do it?
It's now in my lap.
All right, I'm going to use plenty of paint so we don't have a fiasco like we just had with the other. I mean, you know, live and learn, live and learn. Try to get there.
I feel like Dr. Evil with a cat in my lap. You know, taking over the art world here. Oh, did you want more? Okay. Oh, kitty.
He really likes that position.
I don't know why. Like, he's just a baby. Next emoji, something murdery. That's what Darcy says. You can hear, he is a loud purr.
He is a very loud purr, and he is very happy where he is there.
Yeah, he's now like doing lurchy perch. Look at this.
Oh yeah, and he'll work his way around your head there.
Oh, thank you. Oh, he's giving me kisses.
Is he?
He is.
He just really needed to.
He needed love.
Well, and what he wants you to do is go in there in the bedroom and cover him up.
Does he?
Oh, it's too cold in here.
All right, I'm gonna take the kitty.
Oh, look at that! Oh my goodness!
They can't really tell.
You
that
have to kind of work at it,
Yeah.
at finding. But I think that that's almost really cool. In that, you know,
All right.
I think you should have to work at art. That's what Sister Wendy says. You know, if it's obvious the first time you look at something, well, you don't have to put any time in on it. And the more time you spend on something, the more you value your experience. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, here we go with these jobbers, and we're talking about, I think they're not going to come through, but I don't know that.
Now I'm covered in cat hair. There we go.
It's just another form of protein.
Love that one.
I know.
Very excited about this.
I don't know what to use. Oh my goodness.
They're all saying how big Bentley is. He is a big cat. He is super sweet. I like him a lot.
He's a sweet kitty. Quinacridone magenta?
I don't know, because I'm... Yes, I think you should do that.
What?
The quinacridone magenta.
What about...
She heard me, but she didn't hear me.
I can.
Diane says gel medium. Clear.
Yeah, but see, I'm almost thinking I need something blue here. But I don't want it to be dark blue.
Well, that's why I'm thinking that your quinacridone magenta is going to be pretty cool, because as I'm looking at this little swatch, it has a bluey hue
It does.
to it. Then you're going to bump up your reds that are there. You're not going to fight with your darker blackish brown stuff. And
I think you did good, Mariah. I'm agreeing.
Okay.
And when you're
Do you want me
using
to
the
carry
high
on
flow,
about
use plenty. Don't worry about wasting a little paint, because Remember, it's going to dry rapidly, and you want to make sure that you've got enough to cover all surfaces, because this is super sticky stuff, and this is wonderful stuff to pull things with.
But you need to move, especially if your AC's running, and
yeah,
I can see it drying on that one edge.
Yep. Get your edges right away. Those edges down.
That's why it's nice. I'm kind of enjoying having these swatches over here. I think you should swatch everything, and then that way I have a little book over here and I can tell you what to do.
Oh, let me get right on that.
Yeah, do that, P. She used the quinacridone magenta golden fluid.
Well, I don't see very many butterflies.
You
But it's a really, really...
might be surprised whenever you pull the print, because it's the color shift. So you're probably not seeing it right now, but I'm hoping that it's going to come through.
I'm just trying to get... I didn't realize I had so many. Can you see these air bubbles?
If all else fails, you can line them up and stencil them on.
That's true.
That's our plan about some of this.
That's always, you know, oh, you always have plan B.
Now, are you ready for this yet, or do you have an open plate? Are you going to pull something? What's happening over there?
Well, I got plenty of, yeah.
Well, you didn't put anything down on that to pull it.
I didn't want to. I'm going to pull it right now. Mariah?
Do you think it's going to come up right now?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's not going to come up.
No, you're going to put a sheet on it and it's going to sit over there.
Well, I've got some smaller plates that we can mess with. What is this? Oh, I can probably pull that. I don't know. Things are just...
Debbie was like, yeah, hurry up, Patricia. Hey, Chris.
All right, we're going to pull this with good old Lucas Impasto. I need to mix up some of that.
Yeah, I'm a little sad about that. I don't know if the moths are going to show through or not.
Yeah, I don't either. I think we might have to come back to that on another day. But we can, once we get them off of there, we can do some more crackles. You know, this is why it's not terribly interesting doing stuff like that. For you guys, just for me. Is because it's just such a long, lengthy process. And I loved it the other day. I kept telling Fran, I would say, uh-oh.
Yeah, you got some stuff left over there.
Got some stuff
You're going
left.
pinky.
Going pinky. Dadgummit. Cannot get enough paint on today.
Mo says that when she said the Big Bird thing, it wasn't an insult. The way that the yellow sunk into the colors in the plate was beautiful.
I have no problem with Big Bird at all.
No.
We like Big Bird. I grew up with Big Bird with my kids.
Mainly
now, I don't,
Nathan.
you know, the only thing that's saving me from, you know, throwing this in the dumpster is because it's the backside, and I'm hoping it's not going to show.
I'm telling you, I'm naming this
Pukey
stream.
pink.
Coming from the backs. Although that might not be good.
Oh, that could be awkward.
Yeah, that could be. We might be ending up in some weird searches on that one. I have to think about that.
Oh, you want to be careful
From the
about
flip
that.
side? Catch you on the flip side?
That's a little better. Yeah, see, we didn't have any
No.
breakthroughs. I think that's going to be good.
And says, not a good title. Thanks, Chris. Chris likes my hair today. I have it up because it's mainly kind of greasy because I had sunblock on from being out at
Field and track and field.
Well,
day.
it really wasn't track and field. It was just, you know, field day for small children.
I told Mariah, I said, boy, after watching Graduation and imagining what this track and field day was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, we should really send that woman, you know, off for a week at a spa or something.
Oh, yeah, those teachers, I don't know.
And
They're
this one,
special.
Izzy's class, I mean, It was an entire class that's almost full of kids like her.
We're
You
like,
know,
oh
the
my
jumpers and the screamers.
and the performers.
The performers. I mean,
A class
I
full
tell
of
you.
Just all trying to one up each other.
Yes. It's yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. This really doesn't do anything for me, but I think I can.
Yeah, they're laughing about the. Yeah, don't hashtag that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like that print. Sorry, we're still kind of on the what I was gonna
back
name.
end?
Yeah, name the stream. They're like, no, that's probably
The back end.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's do some more flip floppies here.
Oh, it really was like herding cats. But I tell you, they got it down. They do. It's just.
And they're
all I want to do
they're
is
so
yell at.
nice.
They are. I just want. Brad was like, stop yelling.
And we go
See,
out there
like,
and give that child a shaking or something.
Yeah. Just.
Yeah, we don't do too much of that, obviously, or we
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
need
I
to
mean,
say
a lot
something like that. And it's
Oh yes, that's a good call, Wendy. Mm-hmm.
what is it?
Some gold and black spatters on that.
On
last one?
on this one, the
Yeah.
poopy one.
I-
Well, I was just thinking about maybe another little transfer with. Oh, here, look, guys, let's do this because it's dry. See, if we go over it with
nice.
that,
Do that.
that's gonna be some mighty fine.
Now, whoa. Gold,
Just gonna say.
then, or that. That's fine too. I will allow it.
Well, all right.
Well, but yes, then stencil, lift, and then print.
Because you just want lines. You don't want me to get
I think so, don't you?
Well, I think so too.
Yeah.
Because there is some interesting stuff going on there. It just needs
A little breaking up or
a little,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. Now you need to probably move quickly.
Yeah, if we want to get any.
Oh, Chris, you and I both know she wasn't going to do gold. If I want it, she ain't going to give it to me. But I think it
didn't
would
have
been a
time
better
to turn
choice.
it over. You got to go fast. Unless you're in the UK.
Faster, Pete, faster.
And then you can just,
Yeah.
you know.
Ooh, hopefully that, yeah, if that sticks, that's pretty good. I like it.
I think it's going to.
Ooh, now if you did the eye, if you stenciled, kind of like your collage stuff that you're doing that you haven't shown people yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be good. There you go. Woo hoo 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 hoo. I like it.
I think you're right about the eye.
Mm-hmm. Or if you were collaging, you could just glue one on.
You could do that. Absolutely could. Put that right back over there because I found it right away. Oh,
Chris says in the UK you can take all day.
Oh, that is the truth.
It is.
I'm just going. I
I
can't
think-
believe Fran's not going to get anything off that. Oh my God! Look what happened there. She got great print.
Yeah.
All right.
I have this over here still. Did you clear? But you haven't cleared that plate yet.
I don't clear any of those.
Can we do a finale of polls here?
That one is definitely not ready. That one still feels cool. Maybe.
Which one's that one?
There's a maroon one.
Mm.
And then here, this one, I think we can probably pull this one. I don't really have I don't care about this one anymore because it's got,
I'll tell you here.
I'm just going to send it off and
Well, why don't
send
we
it off.
just chop it up?
Chop it up.
Ooh. Diane just got some Happy Mail delivered. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Who's she getting it from?
Well, some of it from us. I mean, you know, because it could have been, because it takes some time.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think that this is just a... You know how sometimes you just have a print that's just...
It wasn't going to happen. This wasn't going to happen.
It wasn't going to happen? I think this is one of those. Because it's already pulling paper loose on the end here.
Oh, man, how long ago did we send that? Are you going to do a video? Man, it's dark. Not their print. That is some low contrast.
Yeah.
She was making a point. When it all dried up or soaked in together, it went dark.
Well.
Oh, there's the light. It came. Like, man, that looks really dark, but it is pretty dark.
Yeah, I should have just gone with Lucas.
Instead
And I
of the
could
blue.
have pulled it off. And at least there would have been, you know, butterflies. Moths.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Moths.
That's okay. I'd say cut it up and we'll send it out to people.
There you go.
Fran likes it. Sharon likes it. She says it looks like skin. I don't know if she liked it. She just said it looks like skin. She didn't give hearts or any kind of emotion with that.
Kind of understand that. That's kind of how I feel about it, too.
Most is I enjoy seeing how this is being pulled. That wiggle is a good technique. Yeah, she knows how to wiggle it just a little bit.
And you want to clear up your edges and see what I'm doing here.
Because that was causing some issue.
I really needed to address that before I put that other. Because see, look at that. That's what caused some of the issues there on the tearing of the paper.
About 15 more minutes, Diane. Good for collage, Glenda says.
Excellent, yeah.
Hashtag wiggle it. Fran and Caroline really liked it. They're giving it lovey hearts.
Well, Fran, I'll send it with the swatches.
Yeah. Maybe we'll send half to Caroline and half to Fran.
There you go.
Fran, Caroline, you want the
turquoise part?
You want the
Or you
ripped up
want
bit,
the real dark end? Dark part?
It's kind of like chicken. Want the dark meat?
Or light meat? I can't believe I let this get this bad.
No, I can't either. Now, can you do something spectacular with this, please? Not
muck it up?
Yeah.
I think so.
You're supposed to put the moths down.
Put some moths down. Get the moths down.
Here's my thought.
Yeah.
She loves it when I have them. Put some gold. It needs the gold. Would you please give us all a little gold here at the end of the stream? Please, please, please.
Hell yes, I will.
And stencil it onto the plate.
Virgin moths.
Yes, the virgin. Oh, you're gonna go moths.
Oh yeah.
Like, not the. I would say.
I'm not going to put anything down.
Okay.
I'm going to have that be its background. What you see there. What you see there is what's going to happen.
Okay. Oh, and then you're just gonna block out.
This is going to be a mask rather than a.
Okay. I like it.
I have lots of new little moves.
Glenda says it's amazing how clean the plate gets. Yeah, Pete can clear a plate as long as the paint's being nice. And then I know Mouse isn't here, but she asked in the last stream if we called each other P and M, like, you know, when we're not streaming. Sometimes I refer to her as P, but then it's also Gigi and Mom. I think that's the main things that I call you.
She does call me some other.
All good. Like Queen, Princess, Pookie.
But she calls me Pookie.
I do call her Pookie.
When she wants to be slightly snide. Just, and she's making reference to. These were
I
stuff.
think Nathan actually started that. And then we call Izzy Pookers sometimes.
All right, I thought that's gonna work.
Oh, Sharon was a Pookie when she was a kid. Yeah, that's what we call Izzy Pookers sometimes.
Yeah, because she never really was a puker, so I don't know why we call her that.
Because it was kind of a spin-off of yours, like the Pookie thing.
Yeah.
Pookers.
Okay, so what did we decide here?
Well, you
I think we're gonna have to go with the
gold.
gold. I was thinking blue.
Oh, do whatever you need to do, Lane.
I thought we need to go with blue. And I will brayer it out very thin, because this anthraquinine stuff goes pretty thin. It will go pretty thin, but I also like the way it goes into the crevices and whatnot, because this is my go-to kind of batik color. So even though I do have some, and I'll just have to be careful here because I do have some overlapping moths. We know what happens to those. They end up as...
No, we haven't finished yet. And we'll stay on until she finishes this one.
Oh yeah, we got a good layer.
Jasper's having a good time. She's playing Songbird by Kenny G. Swooning and tipsy on the red wine. Hate's gonna get everywhere. Send us pictures, Jasper. Could you tell me when you use opaque and transparent, please? Thank you, Barbara Perry. So, Barbara, what you want to do is, like, on those first layers, transparent is more ideal. And that final pull can be your opaque. But that doesn't always have to be the case. So if you want to block something out, a lot like how you use the masks, you can also use an opaque layer in the same way. How about that?
I mean, those little boogers are stuck.
Well, they're new. They're very sticky when they're new.
Yes, they are.
No, P didn't make that one. That was straight out of the tube, right? That's the anthraquinone Arty Q blue.
Yes, and it has retarder and...
Well, it's open.
It's open.
Yeah.
And it is open because of what I'm doing right now of picking off moths. Because I wanted it to stay moist.
I don't have anything here, Brad. You have to bring it up to me.
What is he talking
He
about?
wants me to sneak peek something, but I don't have it up here any longer. They're all downstairs. If I think he's talking about what I think he's talking about.
Alright, now I want to make sure that I've got the good butterflies on.
Ooh, I love it. I love that you redeem yourself at the end of the stream.
I do too.
I always that makes me very happy.
Makes me very happy too.
Number one,
makes me very happy.
All of
also.
our people that hang on and love us through the crappy prints and all. They get the fireworks at the end.
Absolutely, and I've got moths attacking me, and
I think that was the Arty Q Blue is a golden, right?
yes.
Yeah.
With lots of retarder. I even put some more in the other day because it was like...
Oh, so you were digging that out of one of the little pots?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't ever get that out of the tube.
Well, she doesn't like the golden tubes anyway. The lids on them are ridiculous.
They're hard on old fingers. Now this is wrinkling up and I'm not liking that.
Well, it's because all that retarded.
It's probably true. Still think it's going to work. Going to be interesting.
Debbie says, we love you no matter the pull. Aw, thanks, guys. It's just good for, at least to let people know that something is achieved by the end. Yeah, it is, boy. I see
it
the
waving?
waving over here.
I didn't get after that soon enough. FYI. If you have lots of retarder, you're going to have maybe some wrinkles. And I don't know that it's going to be I think I managed to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like, you see where my finger is there?
Yeah.
I got it before. I mean, it's still wrinkled, but I still think it's going to print.
Well, and what's cool is I can come in with sprays afterwards, and it'll be funny if I can kind of get it to matchy up to your gel print. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that would be very cool. You mean on this outside edge here where we have...
Elizabeth is still hanging out with us even though our internet isn't working.
Well, bless her heart.
Beth.
Okay. Well, that's going to need to set. I'm not even going to try to.
All right, is there anything to pull?
Possibly.
Make it a good one. Don't grab any of those crappy ones.
All right, what... I don't know. Let me test this out. It still feels kind of cool to the touch.
Is that just because it's right under the air conditioner? I don't know that I trust her.
Feeling?
Yeah, because like the air conditioning blows right there.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Tori. I could do a little spiel thing here towards the end. As people's this. Do go ahead and hit those thumbsy upsies if you are enjoying this video. Even though we are coming here towards the end, you'll be probably most likely watching the replay. We very much appreciate it. Even then, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and ring that bell to get notified about things that we do, because we do things fairly often. We stream 3 times a week. That would be Sundays at 10 a.m. Central, Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Time. For all the fun during the week, do hang out with us on Facebook, the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. Do answer the questions. We get humored by those. In fact, somebody, I can't remember who just tried to get in, or did get in, they said that, of course all of the masters and old artists, this, that, the other, but they're really enjoying PM Artist Studio, and that wasn't just to suck up.
Oh, bless your heart.
I know, I love
Thank
that.
you.
That was hilarious.
Even though this is really...
Okay.
You can see it right down here.
Okay. All right. Pete, can you handle this? All right, get your plate out of the way, because I don't want, because if they stick to that, that'll be a real bummer. I have been instructed that you are to.
Oh,
so you can kind of peel, yeah, they're layered in between here, and keep it in this order.
In the order in which they've been handed across.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys, are you ready for this?
reveal number 1.
Seahorse. Oh, they loved your print, by the way. Lots of lovey hearts.
Oh, really? This
Yeah,
thing?
they liked that last one there. It's very murdery.
Very murdery.
She definitely
I'll have to
murdered those
figure out how
moths.
to
They
get
are
some
no
butter.
longer existing. Just saying.
Oh. I've got to get my things back.
Oh, here we go. Here's the hearts. See, yes, see stuff.
Little anemone.
See an enemy.
Wiggle,
Now, there's going to be
wiggle.
some different sets and things, and like you can kind of mix and match them of sizes and
Oh.
different mixtures.
Look
Those
at
are
that.
together. Those are
They're
friends.
together.
Mm-hmm.
They're already friends. I like that because when I'm in the...
See, look, there's a trio, a duo, and then, yeah.
Yeah. And I can just, you know,
I love the furry things.
and see, you could just line these up and make them into grass too.
Oh, yeah. You can cut them up, do all sorts of things. There you go. Seeing enemies.
I like this texture down here too. So you could use that separately. You wouldn't have to use those together. Look at those little buggers.
All right, flip them around. There you go. That works. Oh, look at those. Mm-hmm.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how. I think the way Brad has them here are probably going to be how they are put into sets, but I don't know that for a fact.
We can only think that.
Now, I think these are outstanding. You could just flip the whole thing around, you know. There you go.
I could just
Yeah,
flip the whole
there,
thing around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get and caboodle.
all right.
Yeah.
Tube sponges.
That was good, Kelly.
Sea anemones. Little booger there.
Mm-hmm.
All kind of to scale here.
Yeah, if you want to do a 5x7 plate. Yeah.
Yeah. And I really think that these, if you masked out the bottom part and put a thing down here, you could make these into trees.
Yeah. I love those.
I think those are really special.
And the little tubers. Sponge tubes.
Sponge tubes, yes. I
Tube
like
sponge?
these. I like these a lot.
Fan coral, yes.
Because these are more, because Brad and I talked about this. And what we, you know the one I did the other day with my fingers?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when this would work really well is if you did something like that as a background.
Yes. And
Because
then
then
you
that's
could
going to become your tubes. That's that.
Mm-hmm.
Because then when you go over the rest of it with another color, then that masks out whatever is there.
Yeah.
These are a little bit more branchy. The others are more...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's two different kinds, I think. Or
Yeah.
two styles of the coral.
Yeah, because see, one is really open and branchy, and I'm just trying to get a... But see that, the difference?
Mm-hmm.
I can just see using these in spots for texture. I really can't wait. I'm very excited. I know I can't use these because I don't think they've been photographed yet, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about this.
Well, I would say since Brad has handed these to me that they are then ready, and hopefully we'll... I don't know that I don't think we've photographed these yet, because usually I'm the one that photographs. But, soon,
Look at
maybe
this.
by Sunday. Yeah.
Just play with your moths
Let's play with the moths for right now.
and see, get them separated. See how I'm doing that? Because I just fling them off when I'm trying to get them off of there so that I can use my...
And Deb, I didn't do a C. It would have been really awesome if I would have coordinated a makers collab theme of C, but I don't think that I did.
Oh, what is this?
This is a little bit.
It was...
Oh, it's one of the pieces out of the...
Oh, it's not part...
No.
I didn't pull anything apart.
No.
God knows I do. I don't feel real bad about it, but
Oh, yeah.
there we go. Look at that for an ending. Isn't that lovely?
Very nice.
Need to come back in here.
Oh, these are not too bad. I tell you, nothing is like the dragonflies. Especially the detailed dragonflies take a very long time.
Like an hour
Yeah.
and a half.
Bye, Elizabeth. Okay. There you go. So the seaside stuff is coming soon. And
Time for summer.
Yeah, time for summer. Yeah, you really could. That's true, Mo. Like a lot of our themes, I tried to keep them broad enough that, and then, you know, try to work it in. Because so, you know, bring on the blooms that could even still use the sea theme. Because, you know, there's lots of blooming.
Well, they say the butterflies are flying flowers.
Yeah. Oh, and that too. There's the moths.
Butterflies and moths.
And then June's going to be the collecting, collect and create. So
Yes, and this is the
collect
big.
your sea stuff.
This is you
Collecting by the sea.
non-YouTubers.
Yeah, you guys can do a lot of
Yeah. I can't remember what you all will be getting, but
Oh, that's right. There's still one more coming. Yes, one more sea creature coming. There we go.
oh yes, yeah. So I imagine that is going to be put on hold until the other sea creature is created.
Probably, but I will probably go ahead and get those photographed and get the process going. Especially since we've shown them to you guys. So, there we go.
There we go.
All right. Well, that is the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us once again for some Thursday thoughts, some gel printing, just some general shenanigans, a little bit of blubbering today. I do apologize for that, but you know, I love you guys, and I get really excited when we talk about certain things. And
I'm going to go ahead and I'm
me.
going to do some more crackling and
Yeah. The crackle's not done. And then circles are coming. We're going to circle back around to the circle book. I told you. I warned you guys.
that's going to be happening on Sunday. I mean, seriously, I'm going to get with this.
And
I've
the
been
giveaway.
working on it, and I have some more things to show you. But we've just been, you know, this whole thing.
Yeah, crackling.
Nothing ever happens quickly around here.
Well, sometimes it does, but it's, you know, depends on what it is. All right. Well, it was wonderful. Be sure to give the thumbsy upsies if you are watching the replay. If you come in at this point in time, this is the end of the stream. We do apologize for that. Please come back and watch the replay. We always love for you to come back and also leave comments down below. I love reading those, hearing about the stream, that, you know, whatever it is that you guys liked. If there's something that you want to see more of, we're always interested in that as well.
Always.
Yes. Those of you that joined the Arty Perks, and thank you, Angela, today for joining the Mucky Muck. I will get your promo code off to you. Big hugs to all of you. Bye.
Bye.